Welcome to the video you didn't know you needed, and the one you won't forget. This isn't motivation. This isn't a tip list. This is a system reset. Today, you'll learn how to reprogram your mind for success. Let's be honest. If you don't program your mind, someone else already did. You weren't born afraid. You learned fear. You weren't born doubting. You were taught to shrink. School trained you to memorize, not to think. Failures didn't break you. They installed hesitation. And now you're not living. You're looping. Same thoughts, same emotions, same results. You don't have a mindset problem. You have a programming problem. The most dangerous virus isn't online. It's the script in your head, written by your past, your environment, and the voices that said, "You're not enough." Here's the truth. What was programmed can be reprogrammed. Starting now, you stop being the victim of your thoughts and become the author of your future. Call this your second life. It starts today. Don't just listen, install. By the end of this video, you won't just understand success, you'll be built for it. And as you rewire your mind, you'll also upgrade your English, clear vocabulary, simple sentences, real practice. If you're serious about growth, subscribe now. Let's begin. What is the mind? The mind is not your brain. Your brain is a biological organ. It's physical. But your mind is the software. It's invisible, but it controls everything you do. Think of it like a phone. The brain is the device, but the mind is the operating system. And just like any phone, if you download bad apps, allow viruses, or never update the system, it becomes slow, stuck, and full of errors. Your mind has been running on code since you were a child. Some of that code was helpful, like how to walk, read, or solve problems. But most of the code came from fear, trauma, school pressure, judgmental people, bad role models, moments where you failed and believed it was your identity. Your mind is made of patterns of thought, emotion, belief, and behavior. And here's the truth. You don't become what you want. You become what you repeat. So if you repeat laziness, you become lazy. If you repeat fear, you become scared. If you repeat hesitation, you become stuck. But if you repeat courage, clarity, and purpose, you become unstoppable. The mind is programmable. And today, you're not here to just feel good. You're here to get free. Free from the mental loops that are stopping you. Free from the identity that isn't yours. Free from the limitations you didn't ask for. I'm going to give you 14 powerful rules that will completely reprogram your mind for success, each one explained in a simple, emotional, and life-changing way. So stay with me till the end. This might be the most important video you ever watch. Rule 1. Decide what you truly want, or life will decide for you. If your mind is the GPS, then your goal is the destination. Without it, your mind has no direction. It just wanders in circles. This is where most people go wrong. They say they want success, but they can't define it. They say they want freedom, but they don't know from what. They say they want a better life, but they never sit down and describe what that life looks like, feels like, smells like, costs like, or moves like. The mind doesn't follow confusion. It follows clarity. Your subconscious mind is like a child. It listens to repetition, it responds to emotion, and it obeys clarity. So if you want to reprogram your mind, you must first decide what you want, not kind of, not maybe, not someday. Decide it clearly. Own it. Write it. Repeat it. Let me give you an example. Imagine two people. Person A says, "I just want to be successful." Person B says, "I want to build a business that earns $10,000 a month online so I can leave my job, travel once a year, and spend more time with my family without money stress." Person A has a wish, person B has a vision. Person A has no path, just hope. Person B has direction. And now the brain can start building a plan. And here's the powerful part. Once person B repeats this goal daily, visualizes it, and speaks it out loud, their subconscious mind starts helping them make decisions in that direction automatically. This is not magic. This is psychology. When your goal is vague, your motivation is weak. When your goal is crystal clear, your actions sharpen. Your confidence grows. Your excuses shrink. Your mind loves targets. So give it one every single day. After this video, I want you to sit down and answer this honestly. What exactly do I want my life to look like? How much do I want to earn? What do I want to create? How do I want to live? How do I want to feel every day? What kind of people do I want to be around? What kind of problems do I want to solve? Don't answer like the person you've been. Answer like the person you're becoming. Because the moment you get clear, your mind stops wandering and starts building. Rule 2. Break the default pattern. Your mind is not broken, it's just repeating. You're not lazy, you're just trapped in a pattern. Every day, most people wake up and live the exact same mental day as yesterday. Same thoughts, same fears, same routines, same doubts, same excuses, same distractions, same scrolling, same internal voice that says, "I'll do it tomorrow." This is not because you are weak. This is because your mind has been programmed to survive, not succeed. And survival means familiarity. It means comfort. It means repeating whatever feels known. But if you want to reprogram your mind, you must first break the loop. You cannot build a new life with an old pattern. The cycle you're stuck in. Wake up late, check your phone, feel overwhelmed, waste time, feel guilty, give up for the day, go to bed feeling like a failure, repeat tomorrow. This is a default pattern, and it's destroying your potential. If you want to reprogram your mind, you must shock it out of the cycle. You must do things that confuse it, surprise it, challenge it, disrupt it. If you always do what you've always done, you will always feel how you've always felt. You don't need more motivation. You need to break the pattern. Even a small break can change everything. Wake up 1 hour earlier. Leave your phone in another room. Go for a cold shower. Do 10 push-ups. Write one sentence about your goal. Sit in silence for 5 minutes. Say no to that one thing you always say yes to. It's not about the result. It's about the pattern interrupt. Your brain suddenly says, wait, something's different. And in that moment, your mind becomes open to change. Real example. Joe Dispenza was hit by a car during a triathlon. His spine was shattered. Doctors told him he might never walk again. They suggested surgery, but he believed something different. He believed that if the body follows the mind into sickness, then the mind can lead the body into healing. He spent 2 hours a day in mental silence, visualizing every vertebra in his spine realigning. He meditated. He shut out the outside world. He broke the pattern of fear, pain, and doubt. And 9 weeks later, he walked out without surgery. Today, he teaches thousands how to do the same, not because of magic, but because he broke the default pattern of fear and replaced it with control. Your healing starts when your pattern breaks. You don't need to know what's next. You just need to do something different today so your mind realizes it has a choice. That's how you start the reprogramming. Rule 3, understand and eliminate limiting beliefs. Now that you've disrupted your pattern, it's time to go deeper into the part of your mind that controls everything, your beliefs. A belief is not a fact. A belief is a repeated thought that your mind accepted as truth, and your entire life is built around what you believe is possible, allowed, or expected. If you believe you're not smart, you're not good enough, you always fail, no one supports you, the world is unfair, you can't succeed unless you're lucky, it's too late to change, you're stuck because of your past, then no matter how much you try, you'll find a way to fail. Why? Because your mind protects its beliefs more than your dreams. It's like having a wall in your brain that blocks success, not because success isn't real, but because you believe it's not for you. And the worst part? You didn't even choose these beliefs. They came from a teacher who embarrassed you, a parent who ignored you, a friend who betrayed you, a boss who insulted you, a failure that shattered your confidence, a moment when the world told you, you can't. But that belief is not your identity. It's just a glitch in your programming, and now it's time to remove it one by one. Identify it. Catch the thought. I'm not good at speaking. I always mess up interviews. I can't learn English. Don't argue with it. Just catch it. Question it. Ask, is this absolutely true? Who told me this? What moment created this belief? Replace it. Say something more useful, not fake, just better, like, I'm improving every day. I failed before, but that doesn't mean I always will. I've learned from my past. I'm ready now. Your brain may resist, but every time you replace a belief, you write new code, and over time, the old one fades. Real story. For decades, people believed it was physically impossible to run a mile in under 4 minutes. Doctors said the human heart would explode. It became a global limiting belief. Then, in 1954, a man named Roger Bannister ignored that belief. He trained, he visualized, and he ran the mile in 3 minutes and 59 seconds. The belief shattered. But here's the miracle. Within the next year, more than 30 runners broke the same record. Why? Because the belief was gone. Once one mind broke the wall, others followed. So, what's your 4-minute mile? What belief is stopping you from even trying? Break it, and you'll give permission to yourself and others to rise. Let these 2 rules sink in, because when you break the pattern and remove the beliefs that hold you, you create a mental environment where success is not just possible, it becomes natural. Rule 4, program your inputs. Your mind is not a fixed machine. It is a sponge. It absorbs everything around it, whether you notice or not. And what you feed your mind becomes what your mind feeds you. If you constantly consume fear, comparison, anger, gossip, noise, distraction, don't be surprised when your mind feels anxious, scattered, insecure, and tired, because every piece of information is an input, and those inputs become your inner world. Just like a computer, your mind runs on code, but you are not the only one writing that code. Every video you watch, every post you scroll, every conversation you hear, every podcast you play, every person you spend time with, every sound, every word, every picture, they are all writing code inside your brain. You think you're choosing what to think, but most of the time, you're just repeating what your mind was fed. You watch 3 videos on failure. Now your mind whispers, don't try. You'll fail. You saw people posting about money. Now your mind says, I'm behind. I'm not enough. You listen to a friend complain all day. Now your brain feels heavy and slow. You don't need more motivation. You need better inputs. You become what you consume, and your future depends on what your mind is eating right now. Imagine a clear glass of pure water, fresh, clean, peaceful. This is your mind when you're born, clear and full of potential. Now, every day you drop a little bit of ink into it. That ink could be a negative comment, a violent movie, a toxic friend, a useless debate, a celebrity scandal, a fear-based headline, a song about heartbreak, a joke that's actually self-hate, a lie someone told you about who you are. Day by day, drop by drop, that clean water becomes murky, dark, confusing, until one day you can't even see through it. You think life is dark, but really the glass is just dirty. But here's the good news. You can clean it, not all at once, but drop by drop. You add a podcast that inspires you. You listen to silence for 5 minutes. You write down your goals. You watch something that teaches instead of entertains. You replace gossip with a good book. You spend time around people who talk about ideas, not people. And slowly, the clean water comes back. Your mind is the glass. Your thoughts are the water. Your content is the ink. What you feed your mind is what your mind becomes. So choose wisely. If you want peace, feed it peace. If you want strength, feed it truth. If you want clarity, remove the noise. If you want to reprogram your mind, change what you input, because a dirty input will always produce a messy life. But a clean input will produce a powerful one. Rule 5. Rewire pain. Stop running from discomfort. Most people never reprogram their mind because they never rewire their relationship with pain. They think pain is a sign of failure. They think struggle means something is wrong. They believe that if it hurts, it's bad. But the truth is, pain is not the enemy. Pain is the process. Growth hurts. Change feels uncomfortable. Reprogramming is not supposed to feel easy. It's supposed to feel unnatural because it's breaking an old habit and building a new one. You cannot change your life by staying comfortable. You must face the pain you've been avoiding, because that pain is the door, and behind that door is everything you've been waiting for. Imagine, inside a dark cocoon, a caterpillar slowly melts. Its body breaks down. Its old self disappears. It becomes something unrecognizable, a sticky mess of transformation. It struggles, it pushes, it feels like death. But then, over time, something forms, a wing, then another. Then one day it starts to push against the cocoon. And here's the important part. If someone tries to help the butterfly by cutting open the cocoon, it dies. Its wings are too weak. It needed the struggle to become strong enough to fly. Without the pain, there is no transformation. You are the caterpillar. Your comfort zone is the cocoon, and the pain you feel is not punishment. It's your wings trying to grow. Don't run from it. Don't escape it. Don't numb it with distraction or fake pleasure. Feel it. Face it. Let it teach you, because on the other side of pain is power. The gym hurts, but it builds muscle. The truth hurts, but it sets you free. The work hurts, but it changes your life. The discipline hurts, but it creates results. The early morning hurts, but it gives you time. The letting go hurts, but it makes space for better things. You don't need a painless life. You need a purpose big enough to make pain worth it. And the moment you stop running from discomfort, your mind becomes strong enough to handle anything. That's how you rewire it, not by avoiding the pain, but by walking straight into it and coming out the other side as someone completely new.